Mayor Ferdinand Bote of General Pino, Nueva Ecija was killed by motorcycle-riding gunman on Tuesday afternoon, July 3. Philippine National Police Chief Director General Oscar Albayalde confirms the report, citing the initial police report of Cabanatuan City cops. Bote was on board his Toyota Fortuner along the Barangay Imelda portion of Maharlika Highway at around 4:50 p.m. when he was ambushed by a motorcycle-riding suspect. The report says he was repeatedly shot with the use of short firearm by unidentified suspect. The 57-year-old mayor was rushed to a nearby hospital but was declared dead on arrival. Police says the suspect immediately fled to the east. The Australian basketball team involved in a brawl with Filipino team Gilas Pilipinas leaves the country Tuesday afternoon. Boomers team managers say they fear for their players' safety. Australia's basketball chief executive officer Anthony Moore says, "It's a setback for us. It's really a dark day today."
Where one of our players, Nathan Sobey, is being assaulted, by a fan, and then we've also got a fan throwing a chair at one of our players. So we absolutely find that unacceptable.
Moore adds it's a credit to the team management that only 4 of their players were ejected. Here at home, Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas apologizes for the brawl. SBP President Al Panilio says, "As the hosts, we regret having breached the bounds of traditional Filipino hospitality. As the national team representing the flag and country, we likewise extend our apologies to the Filipino people. SBP stands by its conviction that violence has no place in sports." NBA player Thon Maker says he takes responsibility for his actions, adding they came from a desire to protect his teammates and himself. Presidential spokesperson ROQUE calls the incident unfortunate and the height of being unsportsmanlike. But at least 3 senators stand by Gilas Pilipinas. Senator Sonny Angara calls it unfortunate but says the true test of a fan is to stick with his team. Senator Joel Villanueva says Gilas could not be entirely blamed for what happened. Senator J.V. Ejercito, for his part, slammed Australian player Daniel Kickert for being a dirty and arrogant player. A brawl broke out between the two squads midway through the third quarter of a game Monday at the Philippine Arena. The fight started as Australia enjoyed the 31-point lead, 79-48 in the third quarter. A total of 13 players, 9 from Gilas and 4 from Australia, were ejected after a lengthy review by officials of the violent free-for-all. The game was officially called off with Australia winning by default, 89-53, when Gilas Pilipinas had no players left to play the Aussies. Gilas head coach Chot Reyes defended his team.
It's absolutely unacceptable, but the reality is Kickert was hitting our players during the warm-ups at layup line. He hit Carl Brian Cruz, he hit Matthew Wright, he hit Pogoy, and he hit Calvin Abreva during the warm-ups.
Daughter of slain Tanawan Mayor Antonio Halili says President Rodrigo Duterte is misinformed. Reacting to news of his death, Duterte claims the slain mayor got what he deserved because of his involvement in drugs. In 2017, Halili's name was among the list of public officials linked to the drug trade. Halili consistently denied this. But Angeline Halili, daughter of Antonio Halili, says she does not blame the president because he was merely fed wrong information. She says, "I can't blame him for that. He's so misinformed. I believe that if he would even try to grieve with me and our family, with us, he would see and realize and see for himself that we have a decent, legal, very, very legal, and simple life. We're just a family of entrepreneurs." Halili launched a campaign to rid his city of illegal drugs through unconventional methods, including parading drug suspects in public. Halili was shot dead Monday in broad daylight during flag ceremony from afar by a sniper. A CCTV clip shows Halili clutching his chest before staggering and falling to the ground. There was no gunman in sight. Police say the assassin positioned himself in the greenery across the Tanawan City Hall, where he dug a hole to hide in. There was a clear view of people attending the ceremony from the hole. The sniper's single shot proved fatal to the mayor. Vice Mayor Johanna Corona Villamor will take over as mayor. The 30-year-old lawyer was standing beside Halili when he was shot during the flag raising. Budget Secretary Benjamin Docno says the government is revising its inflation outlook for 2018. The government now expects inflation to settle between 4% and 4.5% for the whole year. But the government retained the target inflation to 2% to 4%. Average inflation for the first 5 months of the year is at 4.1%. Inflation in May reached a fresh 5-year high of 4.6%. Economists of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas or BSP project June inflation to fall within 4.3 to 5.1%. But economic managers expect inflation to taper off in the second half of the year. Diokno says inflation has been decelerating. The rate of increase month-on-month has been declining. For 2019 to 2022, the government retains the previous outlook of 2% to 4%. Rescuers brace for a long and difficult evacuation for 13 members of a Thai football team. The boys aged 11 to 16 and their 25-year-old coach were discovered Monday thin and hungry on a mound of mud surrounded by water. It's been 9 days since they went missing inside the 10-kilometer Tham Luang cave after the entrance was flooded by rain. Floods and medicine are being shuttled to the survivors through muddy waters. The focus quickly shifts to the tricky task of evacuating the boys' safety from the flooded caverns. The Thai military say it is providing months' worth of food and diving lessons to the boys to help them out. Experts say the boys and their coach might be trapped for weeks or even months. John Lloyd Cruz makes a rare statement on social media, calling out Inquirer fake news. John Lloyd posted a screenshot of a preen.inquirer.net story with the title, "Ellen Adarna got her son baptized and the hospital security was extra tight." Cruz captions the screenshot, "Fake news." The story is still up on Preen with the updated title, "Ellen Adarna allegedly got her son baptized." John Lloyd Cruz denies reports. Inquirer's Preen was not the first to post about the alleged baptism. The story quotes details from a report on entertainment website PEP that was published days before. Reports of Ellen Adarna giving birth have not been confirmed by the couple or their families.